Hi friends, once again you are heartily welcome in Multi-Info. Today we are going to explain a poem The Sun Rising, composed by the greatest and chief representative of metaphysical poet that is written in 1633. This poem contains 30 lines with 3 stanzas. The meter is irregular, means in this poem meters are not in regular. The last line of each stanzas are the longest line. The Sun Rising is one of the most famous metaphysical poem of John Donne. It is written with humorous style and lots of exaggeration. So let's start the poem without any delay. But before start the poem, we should know about the background of this poem. In this poem, the poet and his beloved are lying in bed. At that time, means at that moment, the sun enters into his room and disturbs them. So, the poets rebuke or use derogatory words for the sun. So, first stanza start with these lines: Busy old fool, unruly sun, why dost thou thus? Through windows and through curtains call on us? Must to thy motions lovers season? Sassy pedantic wretch, go chide. Late school boys and sour prentice. Go tell court, huntmans and the king will ride. Call country ants to harvest offices. Love all like, no season knows nor climb, nor hours, days, month, which are the rags of time. So in the first line of this first stanza, poet says, "O busy old fool, unruly son." O busy old fool means you are so busy because you always goes, and you are also fool because you are unruly. Unruly means undisciplined. Indisciplined means you do not know any manner. Why dost thou thus? Why do you do? तुम ऐसा क्यों करते हो? थ्रू विंडोज़, खिड़कियों के सहारे, थ्रू कर्टन्स, पर्दों के सहारे या पर्दों के पीछे से, कॉल ऑन अस मीन्स यू डिस्टर्ब्स अस. नेक्स्ट लाइन पोएट सेज, मस्ट टू दाई मोशन लवर्स सीजन्स रन. क्या मुझे आपके अनुसार ही काम करना पड़ेगा? In next line, poet used some derogatory words such as sassy, pedantic, wretch. These three words are derogatory. In this line, poet rebuke that you are sassy, pedantic, wretch. Go chide, late school boys and sour apprentice. Go there where स्कूल बॉयज आर गेटिंग लेट. आप वहाँ जाओ, उनको डिस्टर्ब करो, उनको जगाओ जो बच्चे स्कूल के लिए लेट हो रहे हैं. और जो अमेचर, अप्रेंटिस मीन्स अमेचर, सार अप्रेंटिस मीन्स अमेचर, ऐसे लोगों को डिस्टर्ब करो जो लेजी हैं, काम पर नहीं जा रहे हैं. उनको जाओ डिस्टर्ब करो, हमको क्यों डिस्टर्ब करते हो. एंड इन नेक्स्ट लाइन ही सेज, गो टेल कोर्ट हंट्समैन that the king will ride. Go to king's court and tell the hunters, in other words we can say the attendants of that king, that king will ready to go to hunt. So you should also get ready and go with that king. In next line, call country ants and harvest officers. Go there. Go to the peasants. Call country ants means go to the peasants and say, ready to harvest their offices. Offices means fields. And further he says, love all alike means anytime. Love is not changeable. It always alike. No seasons, knows, nor climb. Climb stand for climate, nor hours, nor days, nor month, which are the racks of time. It means love will be always alike. लव हमेशा एक ही तरह रहेगा. इस पर ना तो सीजन का कोई प्रभाव पड़ेगा, ना तो क्लाइमेट का कोई प्रभाव पड़ता है, ना तो घंटों का, ना तो डेज, ना और मंथ. दीज आर द रैक्स ऑफ टाइम. रैक्स ऑफ टाइम मीन्स seasons, climate, hours, days, month. These are the component of time. These are the units of time. In next stanza, the poet says, thy beams so reverend and strong. Thy beams means your beams, your rays means sun rays. So reverend means very respected and so strong. Your beams are deep respected and so strong. Why shouldest thou think? तुम ऐसा क्यों सोचते हो? I could eclipse and cloud them with a wink. I could eclipse means मैं अंधेरा कर सकता हूँ, मैं तुम पर पर्दे डाल सकता हूँ. क्लाउड बादल ला सकता हूँ. विथ अ विंक एक मोमेंट में. विथ अ विंक मीन्स एक पलक झपकते ही. मैं अपनी आँखों को बंद करके तुमको नहीं देख सकता. इट मीन मैं तुम पर इक्लिप्स ला सकता हूँ, क्लाउड बादल से घेर सकता हूँ. बट दैट आई वुड नॉट लूज हर साइट सो लॉन्ग. बट मैं अपनी आँखें बंद करके इतना देर तक अपनी बिलव्ड को अपनी आँखों से आई साइट से दूर नहीं रख सकता हूँ. बट दैट आई वुड नॉट लूज हर साइट सो लॉन्ग. मैं एक मोमेंट भी अपनी बिलव्ड से दूर नहीं रह सकता हूँ. मैं उसको अपनी हमेशा आई साइट के सामने ही रह सकता हूँ. मैं अपनी आँखों को बंद करके इक्लिप्स और क्लाउड नहीं ला सकता हूँ. इन नेक्स्ट लाइन, if her eyes have not blinded thine. The eyes of my beloved are so brightful. You may blind from my beloved eyes. It means my beloved can blind you. Look, and tomorrow late tell me. Look, and tomorrow late tell me. कल तुम मुझे बताना. वेदर बोथ द इंडीज़. बोथ द इंडीज मीन्स ईस्ट इंडीज़ एंड वेस्ट इंडीज़. आप स्पाइस एंड माइन. आप स्पाइस एंड माइन मीन्स स्पाइसेस एंड माइन. माइन मीन्स वैल्यूएबल माइन. बी वेयर दाउ लेफ्टेस्ट देम आर लाई हियर विथ मी. कल तुम मुझे बताना. जाओ पता लगाओ. गो and search. Spice and mines are there where you left them yesterday, or lie here with me. इसका कहने का मतलब है कि spices and mines means gold mines are not there. All the valuable things is lying with me. Lie here with me means all the valuable spices and gold mines are lying with me. It means my beloved is more valuable than spice and mine. Ask for those kings whom thou saw yesterday. जाओ उन राजाओं से पूछो जिससे तुम कल मिले थे या देखा था. एंड दाउ शैल हियर ऑल हियर इन वन बेड ले. और उनसे पूछना वो यही जवाब देंगे कि ऑल द किंग्स वुड लाइक टू स्लीप इन माई बेड विथ माई बिलव्ड. In next stanza, poet says that she is all states and all princess I. If my beloved is all the states, then I will be the prince of all states in the world. Nothing else is. इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं है. Princes do but play us compared to this. If we compare, princes do. All the princes enjoy as we are enjoying in this bed, but all the princes copy us. All humors mimic, all wealth alchemy. All the honors mimic. All types of honors that are prevailed in the world are mimicry, means false, fake. All the wealth alchemy, and all the wealth that are presented in the world is fake. Thou son art half as happy as me. You are not happier than me. We should more happy than you. In that the words contracted us. In this way, all the words are lying beside me in my bed. Thine age ask is, now you are old, so you should take rest. You need rest. Age stand for rest. And since thine duties be, but it is your duty to warm the worlds. That's done in warning us. That done in warming us. It is your duty to warm in the worlds. In this way, we are also warming from you. Sign here to us. Now, last two lines, poet agrees that he says, sign here to us. You should sign in my room, in my chamber, and thou art everywhere. And you are everywhere in my room. This bed thine center. In last line, poet says that my bed on which my beloved and me are lying, it is your center. These walls thy sphere. These walls thy sphere stand for. All the walls of this room is your sphere. Sphere stand for orbit. You should rotate or move around in these walls. You should stay in my room and warm us. So in these lines, poem ends. It is very fantastic poem of John Donne. If this explanation is helpful to you, please like, share and subscribe. If it is not helpful, only enjoy it. Thank you.